Where's my sound? What's going on here? No cock-a-doodle-doo, what's going on? You're supposed to wake me up. Oy. Because I thought today... threw Plant Megapack in on the... I was having some issues with Plant Megapack and some weather thing. I didn't install them in the pack, and they kept giving me errors. The weather thing I could live without. The plant pack I figured, well, it's not really going to matter. I installed it because apparently it's going to be a requirement in the next update, but I explored so much of the world I don't expect to see any of it. Now I thought you were going to blow up. 23rd October. 23rd October. And I see you two have managed to forget that you're supposed to be tied up to something here. Let's grab this. One of them stupid glitches. And then my rope disappeared. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, and there it is. Disappeared. I want you... You know, this mowing the lawn thing is getting on my nerves. And you go there. That way, when you have you have some baby piggies. Do I have to familiarize you? I'm out of oats. I'm out of a lot of things, actually. You're supposed to blow up 2 days from now, and you're supposed to blow up today. Come on, give me more piggies, damn it. Over here. Finally found this guy. Not that's helping me. I don't need a giant pile of sheep. There's not a huge amount. You don't need a whole lot of wool in this pack. So, I get what I need from those three. Hey, stop glitching through there. What's this? Got some Bahram U going on. Stop that, you two. We're on camera. Wait. Don't scrounge me up some... Oh, hey, my trees are growing. Let's see this. I'm still not entirely... Oh, there. We'll have a baby chick one of these days. I wonder if I can cook that now. I'm going to let that sit there for a while. I was going for a few... Our veggie situation has not been... We've been running kind of slim. As you can tell, I'm eating fish. Because, well, fish are infinite. You don't got to wait for them. But, again, I just mowed all of this. I tell ya. And the fishing rod doesn't take durability damage, which is kind of cool. So you can fish and fish and fish and not worry about running out. Which I find kind of weird. It seems like something you have basically gives you an infinite amount of food, but it doesn't break. Explain that one to me. Yeah, that's rum. It's gonna be vinegar. This place is a disaster. Yeah, it's turned into every base I've ever had. Glad you got some stuff. I'm trying to figure this bit out here. I had something. There we are. Pickled cabbage, because I like gas. Nothing in them. Nothing in... Yeah, haven't had a lot of fruit. That represents all the lemons we got out of our trees. And our orange trees don't go till late autumn. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pick them, and I'm going to... They're kind of in a terrible spot. Kind of in a really terrible spot. I'm going to pick them, all of this stuff, and I'm going to move them. I'm not sure where yet. They don't need to be inside because I don't need to stare at them. Kind of in the way. Other stuff I need, I need to build a forge, which means this will be, I know, I need to build a lot of stuff. But I need to start getting into making all kinds of metal and things. Go away, and I need... Fortunately, forge is a rather easy thing to make, and what did I do with my other bellows? I made 2 of you, didn't I? That's probably still over there. I made one for cooking my food faster. I need because the fire starter doesn't burn up. I don't have to remember where I put it. Like everything else around here. No matter what I do, I can never find it. Okay. Now, well, that's weird. It doesn't render from way back there, or was I just not seeing it? Let's see this. No. Weird. Could be because it's like an entity? Because it does something? Close, and there, not there. There, not there. That's weird. Had me worried for a minute. And you... I think I'm doing that wrong, aren't I? I think I need to throw sticks on there. Let's grab a handful of sticks. Sticks is something I got a lot of. How do I do this? I did this once in a previous world. Seriously? This is how you did it. There we are. Guess not. And I can't get my sticks back. Oh well, I'm fine with that. What we're gonna do is, because I like my blocks to look good. You can't have it smooth like that when you start. It's got to be regular or cobblestone or smooth stone. So now they got this going. Curious, can I use? I should be able to use coal in here, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Got a ton of coal. I found a... which biome is it now? Let's go here. Yep, don't know why it does that. Does that every time I start. There is somewhere around... Hang on. Yeah, I keep these all shut off, otherwise I can't actually find it. There's so much stuff in my face. Found a bunch of pumpkins. Had a giant coal. There we are. On. Come on. Coal. Find. There we are. I haven't been back there in a while, so the map hasn't updated. I just started cutting into the ground. It's like, wow, this is a big coal seam. And it keeps getting bigger, and bigger, and bigger. So I blunted 2 shovels and a pick. Well, granted, it was a dull pick to start with, but... I'll shut you off. And there we are, nice and pretty. This is... You can check the wiki on this stuff. Like I said, I'm not the tutorial type. You need to keep it... You can't do this out in the rain. Like if it rains, this will go out, but you can run the chimney back, which is okay, because I think it actually looks a little cooler that way. I want to build... This doesn't need to be terribly big, but we are going to have to pack at least a couple anvils in here. And once we get some of the other things, we're going to kind of expand off sideways, because I'll need to make a blast furnace. And then eventually some form of power and a rolling machine, because thanks to the plate. Oh, you worked last time. Oh, I know why. a sec. Yeah, get something figured out, and of course it's night. Rolling machine lets you do stuff like this. You throw in some flux in that, and it does the work for you. I don't see a heat requirement, which is good. Otherwise, you have to beat it on an anvil. You know what? I might have to. I don't know. You get to do stuff like turn pig iron into words. Into high carbon steel, like from there to there, which is awesome. Turn into, yeah. So once I get pig iron, I can start getting into a bunch of things. I might. My original plan was hobbyist steam engine, because it seemed like it would be nice and cheap. Gold. The hard part's going to be this iron ingot, because I need to use a bloomery to get ironed. Of course, I'll also need steel chisels and stuff. But one thing I did find out. Now, I hadn't really found. I thought I had to make this kind of stuff. But there's this here, this Terrafirmacraft peat. I found a giant pile. Oh, frickin' night. Hang on. Yeah, I'm in peaceful for a minute because I was busy messing with a bunch of stuff. And not that it's helped me because I'm starving. Tell me I've got something to eat around here. This. There. Let's make us a really gross sandwich. What's unfortunate is the sandwiches decay really fast. So does the salads too. And there's no real way to. You can't preserve them. Like obviously you're not going to cook a sandwich. But there's nothing you can't. Well, okay, you're not going to salt them either. I get that. All this away. Sealed. It would be nice if there was some way to seal the stuff. Like if there was a refrigerator. Mind you, okay, I get it. It's Terrafirmacraft. You don't get this kind of stuff. But I need to get this forge built today. And I'm out of water again. And oh, we got piggies. Yay! Wow. Piggies everywhere. You're a boar. How did you have piggies? Okay, once I get some grain or some corn, I can lure a bunch of the baby piggies over here. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't produce anywhere near enough food to run a proper farm right now, which is kind of unfortunate. I spent enough of the, I guess like the spring, the summer, learning what stuff does, and trying to not starve. I didn't save enough to really get into that. So, still have some of my chert mud bricks yet. I gotta go visit this chert biome again. I'm half thinking that I am gonna go build like a railway to it or something, because I'm gonna have to go there into the shale biome. I think they're both kind of connected. Oh, they are, but they're. Hang on. So where are we here? So I am here. Why does everything look different now? It's because I put it in Plant Megapack? It's a lot darker than it usually is. That's a lot darker than it usually is. Maybe if I go north it'll update or something. I don't know. But this is chert way up here. I don't think you guys can't see my cursor. But it's chert all up along that coastline. And then the slate's all the way over here. That's more basalt that turns into slate somewhere halfway. This string of forest, I don't like that. That's got to be some kind of latitude, longitude thing or something. Or I don't know, because it just starts. And it's weird. There's a big, long belt of forest. Kind of odd. We got here. This is smooth basalt. You make this by... I'll have to show you how you make this. Have a pick on me? Have a pick on me. Let's head outside for a minute. Let's, nope, not fancy. I need smooth lighting minimum. There. That's what this is supposed to look like. Because these aren't full blocks. I had used the chisel to make them. And because of that, they have a lighting problem. Because Mojang doesn't like us to have nice things. Let's head over here. Now, this is one of these big boulders you saw everywhere. So if I take this here and I put that like that, this gives me an option to do stuff. If I go like that, I get smooth basalt out of it, which is great because 1, it looks nice, 2, it doesn't break into cobblestone, and 3, it doesn't have gravity. So once I have this, I can just place blocks, and they stay where I put them. You can also use them to make walls. I was playing around. This, I like the way it looks. Doesn't go with the aesthetic I wanted. And yeah, I know that cobblestone wall doesn't look great either. But it's either that or put a whole lot of pumpkins along there. That's not going to work. There aren't that many pumpkins in the world. So go like this. And the moment this guy has nothing on any side of him, he breaks into a block. That. That's how you get the regular square stuff. Someday I'll come and get him back. I've been chewing through this. I've got a... Where the heck was it? Someplace around here. I got bored and took out most of the side of a mountain getting basalt. Let's get you down because see something spawn on that. Here, let's get a look at the... Let's get a look at the wall. It's actually almost complete. There's a little spot broken in the corner because I'm still farming there. So that's what's going on. That's a lot of that mud brick. Like, that's a lot of clay. You can see off in the distance there a clay pit. I do this, and why are we never on our own base? So if I zoom in, and I look, because I'm looking south. So these 2 big circles here, that's one giant clay spawn. This line right there, that's how much of it I've taken out. It's like 4 deep. I've been going through a lot of clay. And a lot of pumpkins. That's hideous, isn't it? We're going to work on that, I guess, piecemeal as we are able to make different kinds of lights. Which is going to be a while, because the nice looking lights, we've got the cage lamps again. We got these guys, which is my favorite lamps in the world. I love them. Glowstone, awesome. Yeah. So we have to find. Well, glowstone's not hard to find. Glowstone does exist in this world. We get it from. We get it from scapolite. Unfortunately, we can't make it until we have water. Do we need water? Can we do it with a? Nope, I was waiting to see if it changed to a wooden bucket, but I guess not. It's kind of unfortunate. I would love to make those lamps. Those lamps look great. Late autumn. Are we in late autumn yet? Mid-autumn. Shut the door behind us. Haven't had any more problems with the zombies breaking in. I don't know if they can break doors in this version. They haven't. I went up there in that corner and then shot them with a bow for a bunch of them with a bow. I did finally get some of the Immersive Engineering seeds too. So let's start working on that. So this building, because it doesn't have to be too terribly big. Plus at some point I can leave a hole here. Actually, I can leave a hole here and we'll walk in to something like this. We'll put that there and we'll put our... Damn it, son. We'll put this over here and we get done with a bloomery, it'll go here. And then we'll just continue the machines on down that way. I think that'll work. Although because I've got this nice wall in, I shouldn't have to worry too much about mobs getting at me. And we'll just do... I'm just going to knock this out real fast, because you don't need to sit here and watch me placing bricks. Do I have room here? 1, 2, 3. I do here, but not there. Which means we can't put that block, otherwise that looks awkward. We can do that. We wind up with 4. Oh. Nope, can't have it. It's got to be an uneven. Has to be on an uneven. You build on evens, things get difficult. They look weird. I gotta tear this all out. Grab some more basalt. Oh, and that's shale. I threw a couple of these extra blocks in here because I thought they would look, bury the floor up. That's a block of flint. I'd forgotten we had that. Doesn't look too bad. I like it if we could get blocks of flint and vanilla. I totally... Hey, do you mind? I just mowed you. If we could get flint blocks and vanilla, that would be awesome. Because... I think, like I said, the reason that people in modded tend to go with so much... the black and white bricks like this stuff over here is because we don't have access to a glossy black paver or a simple white block. Like that's chalk. It's got a nice whiteness to it. Like a bright color, right? Kind of laboratory floor. Marble's got a bit of a color. I think that would work best with a brown or something. Dang night. I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to do some stuff over there, and we'll be right back. I don't think that looks too bad. Just put a forge there. I'll walk in here. I might... No, I want to keep that. I put a window there or something, though. Get some glass or some bars. How'd that look? Kind of like that. It's not too bad. Maybe we'll keep that open. I haven't put a roof on here yet. And I'm not sure. We've got Carpenter's blocks in this. But they don't seem to take any of the textures from the Terrafirmacraft stuff. Bounce over here for a minute and make one, and I'll show you. Okay, I have 1,000,000 sticks around here. I even have some on me. Sticks and a plank. A goddamn plank. Not you know, this is... If you think it... If it bugs you to sit here and watch me click through chests, how do you think I feel? Doesn't matter what I use. That. Do it to that. It's 5. Oh no, because we need 6 for that. So if I do that, and go... Nope. It doesn't take the texture of the blocks. Which I find kind of weird. Normally you click on it with anything and you get... Really? You're supposed to get the texture, but... You don't with this. It's unfortunate. Because... Carpenter's blocks are actually really, really cool. Like, if I can make a sloped roof, I'd make a slope roof. Right? So we could do that, and then something here with a decent texture on it. Peat, cobble. I bet you if I had some actual cobblestone, if I went to one of those spots where the lava dribbles over the place, I bet it would let me do that. I bet it would. And that wouldn't look too bad on there, would it? Alright, here, for the sake of aesthetics, we'll do this once. Really? So how do you get these things on here? So it's always been just click and they work for me before. It's not right click. Left click? No, left click is punch. Huh. Okay, well, so we don't want to have that on us. Nope, recipe mode. I'll have to figure out what I'm doing wrong here, because I've used these in other spots. And I'm sure I've seen other people using them. And I would really like to put a slope roof on this thing. But it won't let me. It's kind of unfortunate. And I don't want to use, I don't want to chisel it all out like that. Because then when I go back to playing it regularly, it's going to be nasty. I guess we're going with a flat top roof, aren't we? So we've got up over here with this. Let's go that. Yeah, this is kind of boring. Believe me, I'd use stairs if TFC had stairs in it. Maybe we'll go with planks. Actually, even better, if I put full blocks up here, if I put slabs, what can I make out of slabs? Slabs everywhere except the stuff I want. Yeah, and these tile slabs, hang on, I got a few of them, I'll show you these. I would use, you can make tile slabs and tile stairs, but here's the problem. So, there's a shale brick, there's a shale slab. This has a nice rocky texture to it. This, once you get a few of them together, looks like a sci-fi floor. Don't get me wrong, I like the way they look. Don't like the way they look with everything else. And that kind of sucks because somewhere I think I made a ton of them. Yeah, like I made. Here's the stairs. And yeah, you get a bunch of them together, and it's like, oh, space stuff. And then to get those ones over there, you have to use the chisel, and the light screws them up. So what can we use? We can use for a roof. I can make. That's all blah blah blah. Can I make slabs out of you? You're a hideous color. Stuff, carpenters, sheep crafting. Can I make slabs out of you? Trapdoors. Crates. Lockers I want to make a few of, but that actually requires a steel saw. Like you saw all of those, right? Blue, red, black. Yeah. Not doing anything until we got steel. And I thought stone. Let's try that. That actually was kind of cool. So I need that. Oop. So I need 3 of these and 2 bricks, was it? Ooh, I like that. Please enter a waypoint. No thanks. There, done. Enter. Ooh, hello. How's that for a cheap block? Be using a few of them hither and yon. Okay, well, I'm at a half hour, which is already kind of long for an episode. I don't want to go this long. I'm going to finish that. We'll knock out a few other things, and hopefully, in a couple episodes, we're going to get to some tech. And then we'll have something much more interesting to play with. And I will see you guys then.